everyone, and welcome back to one of my channels. I got a couple. I'm going to do Pinterest-inspired makeup because I'm bored out of my mind, but also need to do something and keep my hands busy to keep me from wreaking havoc upon this world. And so I will be doing that. So if you have not been following along with the 2 video series that I have thus far, I have a Pinterest board that I keep updated with just all different kinds of makeup, and I kind of scroll through it randomly and pick a video to or pick a I guess they can be videos or makeup look to try to emulate with my own skills. And sometimes things are better than sometimes it's better than others. So, I mean, sometimes my attempts are better than others. Sorry, I hate when I can't like get what I want to say out. Just blah, blah, blah. Like I didn't have this much energy like 5 seconds ago, and now I'm like, oh my gosh, I have so much energy. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Get on that to the list. Okay, so because of how I search for makeup looks on Pinterest, a lot of them are grouped. So like inadvertently, but I'm going to try to try to go back and forth and make it as random as possible because I don't really know how to shuffle my Pinterest boards. So just going to kind of go back and forth. That is a very cool one. Involves a lot more neck than I like to involve typically. Damn it, why'd I put this on there? This always happens when I do something like this, but that's fine. The eye makeup is definitely very cool. Very interesting shape. And then, yeah, the neck, it looks like it doesn't actually go down as far as I thought now that I'm looking at it. So once I'm done with the video, when I have this on my channels, I'll post a link to the pin so that I don't take credit for someone else's skill. My clown white is already out, and yeah, so I'm going to do my face first and then the neck last because that makes sense. Okay, so with this, you get to see just how much I cut out me like leaning over and like or like looking for brushes and stuff like that. I'm gonna try a different primer. Actually, no, I want to do the good first impressions. I'll put a little bit of primer on. Hello, welcome in. Working on a Pinterest-inspired look. So this is what the look is. Very cool, right? So I'm going to start with the face part first. Question is, how will my chin texture look with all of this? Also, the fact that my jawline is not that pronounced. This person has very pronounced jawline, which is just enhanced by the makeup. So it's gonna be fun to see what mine looks like. They're fair, and I can probably just get away with using my normal makeup shade. Not that I always try to go for the specific color that like skin color, obviously, because of obvious reasons, but I feel like this kind of calls for a fair complected or like kind of white clown white, if you will. That's what I'm trying to say. What am I trying to say? Whoever knows. If I didn't have that, I could have added white to my makeup, but I don't need that because I am just that white. So what's interesting is I have two of the same color, two of the Milani Conceal and Perfects that are in theory my shade, but they don't look the same in the bottle and they're not that far off in age, so it makes me a little nervous. But so I'm gonna get a damp beauty blender. This is like ever so slightly damp, but I'm gonna make sure it is damp. So let me go do that. Super glad I turned the camera off for that because I definitely slipped getting up. Sorry, I would have a pretty small little table in my room. So I'm going to be using my beauty blender, or this is not a brand name blender. Well, it's Real Techniques, which is the brand. It's not beauty blender brand. My brain is like mushy right now. There's not a whole lot going on up here. Gotta tell you that today. I guess I don't need to blend down the neck too much because the neck is going to be covered. In fact, it would be ideal if I don't. But I just want to make sure that when they do need that, whatever foundation is there, is looking good. So welcome in. Sorry, stuff. Making noise. So I'm going to do my concealer next. I just had like a really fast reflex moment where I felt like a flash, and it was pretty cool, but no one saw it, so did it exist? I'm going to go pretty light with my highlight because of like, again, how like kind of like clownish this is. I'm running out of this. I don't know why my Nightbot's not working. One second. Because it hasn't been working for a while, and I meant to check on because I put something. Join channel. Was that just what I needed to do? Just Is that why it wasn't? Because I had my timers on. Yeah, my timers are on. Maybe it just didn't connect something. I don't know. I feel like that's like a different remix of the same song. Actually, I'm going to use a different. I'm gonna go even lighter with the highlighter. Hello, welcome in. I am doing a Pinterest inspired look. I feel like how angular their faces. Really want to highlight right in here, which is not a place I usually place things, but I feel like that will look. Just trying something new. Hello, welcome in. I'm doing Pinterest inspired makeup. This is the look that I am doing. And it's, as you can see, there's a lot of neck makeup going on here. But the face is also done with these kind of jester-like eyes. So, and pretty fair features, like pretty high contrast features. And so I am doing makeup like that. So I actually have a product that I think will be really good for contour. And I picked it out and I don't know what I did with it, which is, this is like half of what I cut out of my edited videos. This is like me just like losing stuff. I don't actually know if I want to use this brush, but I'm going to give it a try. So this is the colorful concealer from Sunset Makeup, and it is the black one. And I got it because I wanted to do like gothy contours. So I don't use it often, not nearly as often as I thought I would when I got it. So it makes me sad. That fact makes me sad. However, the fact that I'm using it now is exciting. So I'm going to take it on like a fluffy but like angled brush, which I never like angled brushes. So hopefully this kind of serves me kind of better than angled brushes have in the past. And if you didn't have this like very, very specific product, you can use black eyeshadow and things like that. It doesn't make sense to have like that not be black. Like you could use black eyeshadow and things like that, but I really wanted something that was okay. I already have way more contour on. Yeah, I definitely applied way more. Okay, yeah, but I'm also like way more round as a person. Like if you cut this much off of my face, that's about the amount, right? Okay, maybe it won't be bad. Won't be. Actually, I don't know. There's no way in any way, shape, or form that those are equal and at the same place on my face. This is why I don't do my makeup live that much, because we're problem solving a lot over here. I was like, oh no. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna deepen up this to make this kind of crisp line. Now, I remember when I saw this product online and when I saw the owner use it, I was like, oh, it'll be a lot less, be like easier to get gray, but like it's still very dark, like because I didn't get gray for a reason, and I should have gotten gray because I'm so fair. I always think people are as fair as I am, and then I realize that I'm a super pale creep. So, but it still like blends out really good. It's just maybe I should have gotten a slightly different color. Or, anyways, so this is gonna all lighten up once I powder it and everything. But that's cool too. I know I have like 50 eyeliner brushes. If you saw my video earlier, use the powder that I want to get rid of first. I hate the smell of this shit. And if you're like, you're using a powder that has scent, yeah, a surprising amount of them do. Ugh. So I didn't even bother going down into the neck or anything. Okay, so that powder literally is the worst. I mean, it sets stuff okay, but just getting it on is pretty offensively strong. So I don't use it on anybody else. And I just use it on myself. Okay. Now, in this look, this person does not have, it doesn't look like they have any contour or bronzer going on in their nose area. Like, yeah, but like, so the angle is really what's serving them. But like, I feel like my nose looks giant, which is weird because my nose never looks big, because I do have a fairly small nose. I wonder if I can just use kind of the remnants of the brush to give myself like a little bit of a contour color. Okay, I feel like that's a little bit better. Yeah, just like a little bit of something. I was like, I feel like that is a lot. So we have really thin eyebrows going on. Okay, well, let's give it a go. I looked and I have so many, like if you saw my video earlier, I said yesterday, if you saw my video earlier today, you saw that I got things. I looked, I have so much more coming. I have so much more stuff coming. It's like, I think that might have been like a third of the stuff that I ordered. And I did order, apparently, the duplicates that I got. So I'm gonna just try to decide if I'm gonna try to sell them or try to sell them or refund them. Because I feel like they'll try to do like a site refund, and like I feel like they'll got me into the thing that got me into the problem that I was in before. So I'm going to go in with some brow products. Now I'm gonna go in with a lighter. Oh gosh, what's going on? Sorry. I put my brow products on the thing and it started to act like crazy. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use a lighter brown to kind of map out these brows because they're thin and they're pretty long, and they actually I wonder if I should actually do the eye makeup first because they curve around the eye makeup quite a bit. So let me do that. That's a good idea by me. Okay, I was a liquid lipstick. How to put it? Liquid lipstick. I tried to reorganize some of my stuff. Okay. What brand is it? Because then it will help me find it. I'm so confused. I have other liquid. Oh, there it is. I was like, I have other liquid lipsticks and they're all right there. Why is the one I'm looking for not there? Got translucent powder on my. This is where my brushes live right now. Don't want that brush. I want that brush. And I feel like I need something that's going to lay out a nice smooth line. And that's big for my eyelid. I have a specific makeup brush in mind, but I can't quite like my neurons aren't really firing, so I can't quite like put together what the exact brush is. This is good enough. Okay, so I'll either use a palette or the back of my hand, and Now, because this is liquid lipstick, it's not going to crease like eyeshadow would. Okay, so this creates a pretty good line. This goes way up on her. And then out quite a bit out there. Because it looks like we also have, I can't tell if that wing, just based on the picture, I can't tell if this outer one goes up or like straight out or down. But considering that a lot of the other ones go down, I'm just gonna assume that this is similar. So that's a really like light, uneven coat. And considering that I want to stay close to my eyebrow, okay, the picture is gone and I need it back. Okay, and it looks like this goes down like that. This goes down like that. It's virtually impossible to see if she has any lashes on, so that means I'm not wearing lashes. I do feel like it goes up a little bit more than I put because the brow shape. Now I will be putting black eyeshadow on top of this to even it out, but just as a basic kind of framework of what it should look like, it should look like Darth Helmet's helmet from Spaceballs. Basically, is what apparently I'm doing. I feel like that one Batman meme when he like does his makeup underneath for like underneath his mask. Okay, I'm gonna go do the other side. I already feel my hands shaking, which means that this is going to be really fucking interesting. my Okay, so I'll try to do like the opposite angle. Nope. Now the black eyeshadow is gonna cover and both cover a multitude of sins and create a multitude of sins. So I'm not being as precise with the liquid lipstick. I guess I could just do it all on liquid lipstick. Might as well. I have 500 eyeliner brushes because, that was necessary. Good job, me. Okay, so kind of keeping things, just trying to see if they're relatively even, which I feel like surprisingly they are. And like I know that the detail's not there, but pretty decent, right? I don't know if I have. Oh, actually, I know I have the perfect perfect thing for that. Yeah, I have something that'll work. I don't have rhinestones, but I have metal studs that are like for like nail art that are black. Perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna go get one of my million uh, new liner brushes. I'm telling you, I'm just like stomping around here. I don't even know what combo means. And I also really like this handle shape because it's like low fatigue for my hand. So I think for this particular look and the sharpness of these particular lines, I'm going to go in with this little pin right here. This is the 0. I don't know what the numbering system, I don't know if that's like some kind of standard unit of measure, but I'm using the 0. And it has like the triangle grip, which is much more comfortable. And I still have some wet liquid lipstick. So yeah, that creates a very good point. You've raised a very good point. My hair looks like shit right now. But that's, unrelated. Just trying to get that little inner part to be how I want to. I feel like a member of the Black Parade. And as an elder emo, to to have these new feelings is or to have this look after so long is hilarious to me. They're all, I can't tell the length of them. So I'm gonna go kind of like longer as I get out. Um, because I already kind of missed the boat on like getting them to be even. And then this one, it just needs to be a little bit more like full in here. Okay, yeah. Okay, so now is a really difficult part, which is trying to get things to match. So we're just gonna do our best. My stomach is like. Okay, so this goes slightly in, so let's do another slightly in. My cheek got in the way. Damn it. Yeah. This one's. Well, actually, this one is supposed to be long, so. And for the thicker part, so make it work. Just make it work. That contrast actually looking really good with what's happening on the rest of my face. It's working. You go. It's like the thing is, that's what I always say. Is like if you go real nuts on one part of the face, just go nuts on the rest of the face. It starts to look real normal. Oh, fuck. Sorry. That definitely did not turn into the same thing, but I feel like they're actually still pretty close, even though this right here is way thicker than what's happening right here. That's okay. You know what? We're just gonna evolve with the times. What I like about makeup is, it's just about doing your best. That way, that this looks really wrong. I think I went out too straight and too. It needs to be like fatter up here. I see. It's more like a continuous line up to here. Do we think it's good enough? Let me use your words. If you think it is, let me know. And if you think that it sucks, you can let me know, but in kind words. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Some of that black liquid that needs to be touched up. Oh, I hope I didn't mess that up. Yeah, I usually would like set it with black eyeshadow, but I am just gonna literally take this off. It doesn't need to be worn all day. It's fine. I'm gonna actually go in. Keeps on catching on my eye bag. Rude. This is gonna go a little longer as a result. Also, one of the things about the liquid lipstick is as it starts to dry, it starts to get tacky. So just to grab the skin and kind of pull it a little bit, then you're more likely to get more skips and stuff. Okay, now I'm going to do the eyebrows. And they'll kind of go around the brow. Sorry, my light flickered a little bit because all my shit is on cord. Okay, so my eyebrows are a little thicker than what this model is working with, but that's okay. I think we can make it work. So again, it's gonna be lighter. It's very curved. I don't have the width of face. I'm really glad I'm using lighter color because this is high potential. Also, I've been having a lot of eyebrow trouble lately. I just have not been doing well with getting them to do what I need them to do. It's so weird doing a more rounded brow because it's not something that I typically try, and even then they turn out super angled. Rude. My brows are just rebelling. I said it before, I'll say it again. They're going through their rebellious teenage era. Okay, let's just go for it. I'm going to go and take a really dark color for the end of my brows where I have no hair, because these brows are actually way even thinner than I'm just. Eh. They're so big and wide on my face, but I guess with also this makeup, it makes sense. And that brow just shaped right up like it wasn't anything. Then this other brow, it was just like the whole thing that needed to be done. Just unnecessary. Okay, so there's a couple things to get. So I need the studs to put on my face. Then I'm gonna do my lipstick, and I'm gonna need to do my neck situation, which I don't know. We'll figure that out. So let me grab some things really quick. Thanks for sitting and just hanging out with me. If you want to chit chat, you're welcome to, but whatever. Yeah, let me get some stuff. Okay, we have two of the things that I need. Okay, so I was correctly trying but there they are. Okay, that is one of the things. And one more thing. And I can only stay a couple minutes. This is a very weird part for you to catch, but I will be right back on screen. I am just grabbing some things to be able to do my makeup. Okay, almost there. Okay. So, jump scare. Yeah, I know. Sorry. So I am doing Pinterest inspired makeup. And I have been doing this. This is the third video in the series. I decided to do it live. Usually because I just edit out a lot of like me looking for the brush that I want, or just like if I take 10 minutes to do an eyebrow. So this is the look that we're doing. So I think we're going in the right direction, but you know, it just gets boring doing makeup by myself sometimes and just all by my lonesome. Okay, so I found the studs that I wanted to use. I try to cut things back as I grab them so that cleaning up isn't the heinous process that it is right now. Because it's annoying. Because I don't have really any space. So I have so these ones, I don't know if my little gem grabber, my crystal katana, is literally what it's called. I don't know if it will work on these little fake studs. I'll like flip them over. So these are for nails, but when I saw them, I was like, oh, they're so cool. Because, wait, these are round. That's not what I want. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst thing, but it's not what I want. But these are like little studs. So I thought they looked really cool and thought they would look cool in makeup. And I've tried them before and they do look cool in makeup, so cool story. Right? Okay, so some of these are facing up. And maybe some lash glue. So this look has, it looks like they're black rhinestones, but I don't have black rhinestones. I do have the studs though, or the little, yeah, studs, whatever. And it looks like they're just beyond the point. So I have my brush on lash glue. And I'm actually putting a little bit more than I think I need because I think that if these don't stick on right away, it's going to be super annoying to get them to stick back on. So I'm going to try to get it right the first time. Also, these don't have a flat back. They have, they're like stamped metal, so they're not flat on the back. So let me just try one side at a time. And then this is the crystal katana. It was made by someone who's like a professional rhinestoner. I've had this thing for a million years. And so it's got like a wax tip that you can replace. And then it's supposed to have an end that you can like poke things into the right place. But I lost that like a millennia ago. I have tried this for diamond painting. Does not work that great, if I'm being honest. Ugh, damn it. Now we're just gonna do the other side. I need one of my 2 trans fans. Where is that? Like I said, I'm not using, I'm not wearing lashes because you can't even tell if she's wearing lashes. So if I don't have to, I'm not going to. However, I might go in with a liner and darken up my lash line. I don't feel like those are quite even. Oh, I already got one. Okay, we are stuck. Now I'm gonna put this back in here. Love this tool. It's awesome. And it works on rhinestones, plastic, or glass, and crystal. Apparently, it works really well on metal because it just worked on these metal studs. It does, like I said, it's definitely not nearly as quick as it works okay for diamond painting, but it's so much slower than using just the wax stuff that they have. So I would not bother. You go much slower. It's much more frustrating. Okay, so this is a lip that is like so dark red that it's like almost black. So I'm going to try to figure out. I don't think I can put so I have a lip stain, and I wonder if I could do the lip stain and then do one of my lipsticks over it. I might mix it together. Is it brown in any capacity? No, it's not. Yeah. This is from Sunset Makeup. I can't. I feel like the tops of the peaks of the Cupid's bow are like a little bit higher for Nick. Oh my god, I just drooled. I'm so sorry. I've been trying to like keep my lips separate so that the stain can dry, and I'm like, ugh. Oops. I just made it more curved again. I'm so used to rounding that out. I'm just gonna go curve for both of them just because this formula is not one I use as much. Oh my gosh, I just cracked the top. Damn it. I don't know what to do. Do not know what to do about that. So I'm gonna let that dry down a little bit, and then I'm gonna put this color. Both of these are my personal products, but I have this color from Lorac called Dot Matrix that is so good. I mean, I guess I say it's my personal color, but literally you just saw one of my wife's hairs and it flattened down because she used it. She used to use it. Okay, so while we're waiting for that to dry, we can start the painting process. So okay, so I'm trying to think of like the order to do things because the white I have is cream and the actually, you know what? I do know what order to do things in. So what I'm gonna do, so I'm going to draw the shapes that I want to color in. Okay, so it looks like there's one that's like in the center, which, oh my gosh, it's like this right in my double chin. But maybe if I put it back further. Okay, so make me get it. And try to draw straight down and then everything kind of. This person has like a crazy long neck. And I mean, I know I have a shortened neck because of what my face does, my whatever. But if I put the white up here, it's just gonna look worse. But as I go up the sides of my neck, I can go up further with the white, which is what I'm gonna do. So I'm going to, let's see, it looks like there's two additional stripes on each side with the white. So and then wait, that's, see, this is why I'm sketching it out, because I can just kind of, like with the white pencil, I can kind of just do whatever I want. So, because it looks like there's one up here at the jaw. Okay, so we have that one there. So I'm gonna erase the like second one I drew, and then I'm gonna split the difference of that first. Make the strip a little less wide. Okay, so I think that I have the general shape of what I want. And then with the lipstick, it looks kind of red, right? Okay. Okay. So I'm going to apply my cream. I hate applying creams with a brush, but it's going to actually. I mean, I just bought some new disposable sponges, which is always nice, but I think it needs to be very nice. Okay, let me make sure all the other details. Oh wait, yeah, yeah. Okay. So white, and then I like to. Usually, I'll scrape onto my palette because I don't get other colors into the white. But yeah, we're just working with the white right now. So because I'm applying it a little bit more precisely, I said little, don't get ahead of yourself. This won't try to mix with that water-based makeup because once the cream and the water-based, like that's going to be a mess. If you try to like lay them down on top of each other. Now I realize I'm going kind of different than where I drew, but I didn't like how it would like lay on my neck. It didn't look like it was gonna like flare like I wanted it to. So okay, stomach, I get it. You're hungry, and now I'm gonna have to take off all this makeup before I go into like this communal like living situation. It's always happens. I get really hungry at the end of makeup, and even if I have eaten before, it's like my body's been conditioned to be hungry by makeup. That looks uneven on this side, doesn't it? We're not going for perfection here. I will take this off the second that I stop recording. Actually, I might take some pictures and then I will take it off. But usually I take it off very, very quickly. Oh, I need to do the eyeliner. I need to do that because that will show up in pictures and look really bad. And I'll hate the whole thing. And I'll only have realized that I have a really bad habit of only checking the pictures I've taken after I've taken the makeup off. And then if I hated something about it, I won't be able to change it. And I just have to decide whether or not I hate whatever happened enough to not post the pictures or not. Okay. It's getting a little wild over there. I have really no control over how my hand's going. All right, okay. So eyeballs. Let's do them. I'm just using eyeliner I don't really like because I don't need it to be precise because you can't see it. Yeah, I mean, black eyeshadow really would have made a big difference, wouldn't it have? Oh my gosh, stomach, shut the fuck up. Okay, now it's time for the final detail, the most important detail, getting the black on the neck. So I'm going to need a very specific brush, which I do not know what brush that is yet. I can't picture it in my head what the brush looks like yet, but I should know when I see it. Just gotta do maybe 2 brushes. Now I'm thinking a paintbrush because it's water-based makeup and those typically are what I like to use. So this one will be good. I'll have to clean that, but that's okay. And then I feel like that'll be good for the neck, but like up into the chin, I need a little more precision. One of these. I'm going to take the largest of the pack, which is a 7. Again, don't know if this is some kind of standard size brush, but let me clean my brush off. I still need to do a review on what almost just got pictured, but I need to get something from the store first, which is very cryptic, right? It's really not that deep or important. Okay. Make sure all the colors out. Nope, not even close. Okay. You get a second washing, friend. Because all your dense bristles are hiding more color. Oh, this brush is really not wanting to get clean. This is one that I used from that random color challenge. And it has a bunch of like really intense cream colors, but it's the perfect brush for this, but it's really, the cream is really in there. I'm using a fair amount of brush cleaner to get it out. Okay, so let's just I'm using like literally like this right now. I've already used 4 times the amount I ever used to have to clean any brush. That's how much cream is in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the chin first, and like the jawline and the chin. Focus on those, and then see if we can get the rest of this. Ah, scared the shit out of me. I probably should have drawn this in pencil too, but I'm ready to be done. Okay, and I'm gonna draw mine above because I can't, like, I'm not gonna be fooling anyone, but I really have no jawline. Like, see, this is why I don't contour like people, because like I get like it looks like I have like extra jowls, so I have to draw mine higher. Better, but not great still. Anyways, it's kind of just the nature of the beast at this point. Okay, and butt chin for a second. Actually, it's gonna be for the whole time. Oh god, I didn't turn my brush. Uh, my hand is pretty much out of my control at this point. Well, I'm not like super concerned about how the bottom looks because I can actually barely see. I mean, that would be really easy to like clean up. But I'm also just going to be wearing this shirt. So I think it's going to be mostly covered up. And then the back of the neck is like as black for as much as you can see. Although I know a lot of people when they do like neck makeup and stuff, they basically just go to the ears and that's it. But yeah, and I really won't want to wash this off. Well, I mean, I will wash it, but I'm gonna be dyeing my hair tonight or tomorrow, so all day. That's just on the top. I'm not going yellow all around right now. It's too hard to bleach the back of your head. Gotta have a spotter. Otherwise, you will end up looking pretty funny. Yeah, I just like don't have a lot of hand control right now. That's pretty cool. And we just laid like a bunch of black on that white stripe. Okay, and then okay, so that's decent, right? And then the point which it goes into, I'm gonna take this and steadiness guide my way. Okay, so I think this is as good as it gets. Honestly, it's as good as it gets with me. Sure, there are plenty of other fantastic makeup artists out there who can do it better, but I think it's not that bad. I think this contour isn't my strongest, but I've just had this, we just worked with what we had. That's what we did today. On today, the neck could be cleaner, but it who cares? Like it still looks cool. It does make my neck look surprisingly longer, which I know drawing vertical lines does make things look longer, but I was admittedly surprised because I have a really short neck. So I was afraid that this was going to look a little stubby. I do think that it was a good call for me to start the white here rather than here, because I think that would have done my face a lot of disservice. My hair looks really bad. It really looks bad. But what do you think? How did I do? I think I should. They didn't do any like shine or highlight or any sparkles, and I feel like this look could really just step up to a 10 with some sparkles or some shimmer highlight or something. But this look doesn't have any. It's just kind of like a matte look. I don't know. What do you all think? It's a pretty cool look. But when I like lean back, I'm like, oh, my neck's not that long now. Yeah, okay. Well, thank you for helping me entertain myself for an hour and a half, because otherwise I would have just been like kind of doing some bed rotting and watching movies. No, I will continue to bed rot, and I'll make myself dinner, and I've had Scotty his dinner, so he's good. But this did help me, so I appreciate it. So, anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope you enjoyed the look. Yeah, and tell me what you would rate it out of. Actually, don't tell me what you would rate it out of 10. I'll rate myself, and you can just say if you thought I did okay or not. Don't give me an exact rating. I don't know if I can handle it emotionally yet. Okay, cool. Talk to you later. Bye.